Right, my name is Danielle Moberg. I am from Hobsonville Point with the rest of our team here tonight, and I want to share tonight with you what retail taught me about teaching. Now, tomorrow afternoon, I have my official PRT graduation I'm no longer at PRT, and I grew up, spent 10 years in retail with my parents, and you might ask, what does school and the business world have to do with each other? Quite often, people insist that they don't work the same. I don't agree. So here's my beginner's guide for you about the things that I have learned whilst working retail for so long, whilst being in this small business environment. And the very, very first thing that you must never forget is that you need to smile, please. Smile like you mean it. It doesn't matter if the kids are having a bad day, if you're having a bad day, smile. When they come into your room and it's not all that don't smell the voice business, that's rubbish. When you smile, you tell somebody, hey, I'm happy to see you, I'm glad you're here. And I make eye contact when I do it, because it shows them respect. They don't want to be there if you don't want to be there. They don't want to be there if you're miserable to them. At the same time, shoplifters, if you've made eye contact with them as they come into the store, they're shoplifting. Same with kids. Sampling. Have you ever been to one of those little things and they give you the moisturiser as you walk past, and despite your best efforts you can't evade them? We need the same with kids. They give you that sample because once you try it you want to buy it. What are you giving kids? Asking questions. You have to ask a student what they want. You can't assume they want what you have to offer. They have needs and you need to ask what they have. Unless you ask, you won't know. You need to clarify. If you've ordered this massive long order at a restaurant and the waiter or waitress gets it wrong, you're really irritated. So, clarify with your kids. They're in your class all the time. Clarify what their needs are. Ask them if they understood it. If they gave you a response, check. Did I understand what they need to tell me? Portion control. How much are you giving them? Are you giving them too much? Can they process all the information, or have you really thought about how much they can handle, and are you controlling that for your students? Quality control. Is what you are teaching actually quality? Would you pay money for being in your class? Is it worth being there? I don't know. Ask yourself that. Farewell. When I say goodbye to my customers, if they felt like, she's really glad to get rid of me, they're not going to want to come back. Neither will the kids. If they feel like, hey guys, I'm really looking forward to seeing you next time, what a difference does that make? So, that's the basics. Now let's go on to the intermediate guide. So in the intermediate guide, we're going to look at more if you're in a managing type role of retail really. So the things that we can learn is, for example, the art of conversation. When you have customers standing there and you stand and you're bored and you're waiting, it's awful. But if you stand there, you don't know this person, but you talk to them, you find out about them, how was your day? You don't even notice time flying. Customer's always right. When your kids have an issue, help them fix it. It's not their fault that they don't understand. It's because we didn't communicate well enough. They're right in that sense. They are the kids. You shouldn't forget that. The next thing, do you want fries with that? Upselling and on-selling. When they're engaged, make the most of it. Don't just stop them. Give them more. Help them on. Give them the next thing. Make it bigger. If you see they're engaged, make it count for something. Standard operational procedures. The blue cloths are for the surfaces, the yellow cloths are for the floor. You don't get the two mixed up. It's gross. In your classroom, routines are the things that can make the daily smooth running of your classroom really simple. It takes the stress out of it. It's about working smarter, not harder. Your advanced guide. So this is, well, the advanced guide. So you might start thinking about owning a small business, something like that. And the very first one is sharpen the saw. That means that not only do you need to make sure you are getting enough rest and looking after yourself, but it also means that you cannot use the same old tired things again and again. Nobody's going to come to your store. You will go out of business because there's nothing new, there's nothing worth seeing. And finally, brand loyalty. Are they going to want more of your subject when they leave your classroom? It doesn't mean they have to study it, but maybe, just maybe, they might go out into the world and action. That teacher taught me that. And they can use that here. You should know about science too. So the question is, would you make it in business or in the classroom?